It is beginning to look like the 3-month-long break was worth it in hindsight. We don't know what changes the studio did for this risky project, but it is assumed that these changes. So far in the story, Shoto is the only one willing to abide by his duty of repopulating the planet. On the other side, Reito still cannot get over his fear of being around ladies. In such a case, will the nemesis take over the world with his reign? World's End Harem Episode 5 is. The last 2 episodes were purely based on establishing the nemesis of the story, Shoto. But fans are speculating that there might be one more man who is after this epidemic. The one responsible for spreading the MK virus is yet to enter the storyline. So, who is the main orchestrator of this male epidemic? The 5th episode of World's End Harem is TI. Without the knowledge of Yuzuki, Shota had decided to spend his night with Natsu Ichigo. While this upsets Yuzuki on the one hand, this is also a piece of good news for all of humanity. 3 men are tasked with repopulating an entire planet. Thus, starting with the first one deems to be good news. However, the title is pointing in a different direction altogether. World's End Harem Episode 5 will reveal the reason why this is being called the victim. Is it possible that Shoto forced Natsu in some way? Or it is also possible that she has no will to be? All answers will be found only in the new outing. The 4th episode of World's End Harem, titled School's Secret, began with Shota's storyline. At that time, he had committed to spending time with one girl who was Yuzuki. This, in turn, made other ladies jealous of her. During one of the swimming sessions, Natsu forced Shota into the pool. After the training, Natsu confessed that her father had planned to get her married to an older man, but only after the virus broke out that this betrothal was no longer valid. The chapter cuts back to Reito, who is nothing like Shota. He comes to know that his sister has been located, and she has been serving in a refugee camp. But it is decided that he was not going to contact her, as that would create a mess for her. Cut back to Shota. He tells Yuzuki that he mistakenly slept with Natsu, but he blamed Karen for this act and asked for her accountability. Towards the end of the chapter, Mira is held accountable for not making Reito do the bare minimum of. The council has given its decision, and Reito has no choice but to abide by the rules that they have. Will the protagonist change his stance now that he is being forced for punishment? World's End Harem. So, the 5th episode will release on February 4th, 2022. Fans can watch all the episodes of the series on the official pages of Crunchyroll. So, keep an eye on this space for more updates.